Daily. Yes, I'm wearing PJs and I'm on the couch and we are chilling today. We are going to have some girl chats about just random stuff, but stuff that I picked up also maybe from other people on social media, Twitter. It can come from Twitter, it can come from Facebook, it can come from Instagram. Something maybe that they posted that sparks that thing of let's discuss it or let's talk about it in terms of Lifewise and all those things. Some it will be funny stuff and all those things, but it's nothing controversial or in that sort of manner. And then I'll put the tweet on the side and then we'll discuss it. And today we're discussing a tweet that was posted by one lady on Twitter. I'll share it here. Today we're talking about in terms of your life, in terms of my life. Am I where I want to be right now? Is it important that I am where I wanted to be 10 years ago and all those things? What has life taught me from that 10 years ago to now? And where I'm at. Am I happy with where I am? Am I happy with who I am right now, where I am in terms of life and all those things? And I will be having some pizza. I made it yesterday and I thought it would be nice to just sit and chit chat and have some leftover pizza with some lime juice. Talk about, are we really happy with where we are in terms of life? In terms of, am I happy with where I am in terms of life, wise, relationship, friendships, career, my mental health, my physical health, my financial health, my spirituality, and all those things. The pizza was not bad. Not bad at all. It's not the best. I'm not gonna come here and claim to be Chef Z or something, but definitely it was the bacon and mushroom type of pizza, and obviously with the cheese and everything. So life-wise, in general, overall, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. Maybe it's because I did a lot of introspection when I turned 30 in terms of what I allow to bug me or trouble me about where I'm at and life-wise. So in overall, I'm grateful and I'm happy. But I'll never come here and claim that everything in my life is going, very well. Let's start in terms of friendships. I feel like as I get older, I lose more friends. I don't know why. Maybe we are busy, maybe we occupy, and all those things. And you get detached from some people, and some people, they just drift away. They have their own reasons. And the problem that I struggle with friendship breakups and losing friends is that most of the time the issues never get addressed. There's never that sit down talk where there's a conversation and explanation in terms of why did our friendship end, what happened, or all those things. It's like, let's just move type of thing. So in terms of friendships, and also from my side, I've introspected myself long enough. I've introspected myself long enough to know where I contribute. I don't have as much time. Also because maybe of the hours that I work. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted. I drive an hour to get to work, an hour to come back. By the time I come back, it's dark, it's late, I'm tired. I need to prepare dinner and rest. And now it's even worse that I have my child. It's gonna even be more time demanding. So that's where I tend to appreciate friends who understand where you're coming from. But it's not an excuse not to reach out to your friends or not to check up on your friends. Trust me, I try my best to check up on my friends when I can, and make sure maybe after 2-3 days or 4 days you check up, how are you, all those things, or you reply or respond to their stories or something that they posted on their WhatsApp statuses and all those things, and we interact, we laugh, we chat, and all those things. But as an adult, that's what I'm experiencing right now. Losing friendships and losing friends. I thought as I get older, I'll get used to it. I'll be like, I'll be over that. But it's honestly one of those tough things to deal with. And also not noticing the right friends, the friends who are there to be your friend, and friends who are just there for their own personal reasons or whatever. I feel like friendships as an adult are really tough. And I don't have a lot of friends, but I don't also think I can cope with too many friends. But there are those meaningful friendships that you've had where sometimes I feel I'm a bit naive. I'll see that this friendship is not good for me, or this doesn't benefit me, or here what I give out is not being given back to me, and all those things. But I'll overlook that because you want the friendship so bad. So in terms of friendships, where I'm at right now, I'm happy with the friends that I do have, but I'm also sad about the friends that I lost, and friends that I'm very distant from because of different reasons. And there are friends that I have that I feel I would love to put more effort in, reach out more, see them more, and see them in physical form, because some are far, that have been there for me and we've been there for each other, but you just want that physical interaction and be there and see your friend in person. And because over the phone we can all pretend to be okay. Hey friend, how are you? I'm okay. Everything is going well. I'm good. No, that I'm over it and all those things. Not knowing how they actually are in person. Especially right now, we are in tough times where we're struggling in terms of jobs and work environments, and we're struggling in terms of relationships, friendships, family. We're getting older. We're facing all these problems. We're losing people and all those things. COVID as well. We had all these things. The pandemic also was here. We had too many stuff that happened that you want to see your friends in physical form and just be sure that they're fine. So I think that's one of the things where I feel, as much as I'm happy about the state of my friendships right now, I feel there's more that I can do, and there's more that can be done to nurture those friendships. Area-wise, I don't know how to put it. Let's talk job-wise. Job-wise, I'm happy. We live in times where unemployment rate is very high. People are losing jobs. People are out of jobs. People are, job-wise, I'm very happy. Do I feel I can do more? Is this where I saw myself 10 years ago? Today? No, I didn't. But I learned to adjust. One thing I've learned about life now in the social media is that life is not what you see on the timelines. That's curated, that was edited, curated. The setup was done for that particular video, that particular reel, that particular post, that it is not the actual reality. I mean, I can post a picture all happy, a picture that I took 3 weeks ago, I'm not there. I'm not in that state. I'm not in that state of mindset. But on my timeline, it looks like I'm there right now. You understand? So life is not what is portrayed by social media most of the time. And that's when sometimes I feel we need to have those conversations with younger people so that they understand that maybe what you're doing now, you're paying your dues. And life is not as fast as what you see on social media. The 22-year-old person on social media that you follow and you aspire to be doesn't exactly depict the general it doesn't depict the general overview of how 20-year-olds are living or 22-year-olds are living in South Africa. So I don't know if it makes sense, but it's one of those things where I feel because of what we exposed to and what we have on our platforms, we have this particular idea that at 31 I should have this, I should have that, I should do this, I should, career-wise I should be here. But sometimes career will go in its own direction. As long as you know exactly what you want in terms of your career, what you aspire to do and what you aspire to be, follow the route. Pay your dues where you need to pay your dues. We don't come from similar backgrounds. When you fall off, you don't get back up the same as the next person. You don't have the same responsibility as the next person. So it's very, very important that when you look into these things and you try and measure yourself, if I'm where I'm supposed to be, think about those things. Think about the responsibilities that you have, the family that you grew up in, the family that you're from. How many are you in your family? How many people depend on you in your family? And your growth rate as well. You won't have the same growth rate as the next person who was the only child or who had a more advantageous upbringing. You won't have the same your career won't speed up as the same person, maybe as someone who is in a more disadvantaged background than you. They have their own struggles. They have their own things that are blocking them from having the same career moves as you. Do you understand? So that's why when you look at it, also always consider from where you are, the surrounding, the background, and all those things. So career-wise, I won't say I'm where I want to be. Definitely not. Not even like totally. But because of the decisions I made when I had my own struggles in my early 20s, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And if I took a different decision when I was 22, maybe I would be in a different place and in a less happy state than I actually am. Not where I am, but I'm happy with my progress because I'm also allowing myself to pace myself, find myself, and follow exactly what I want. No matter how long what I want takes, no matter how long it takes to get what I want, I'm happy to go through that pace, the ups and the downs and all those things, the heartache, the pains and everything. So yeah, but job-wise, I'm very happy. Through being grateful for my job, I've managed to accumulate and have things that I never thought I'd have, and also be someone I never thought I would be. And it's all because I opened up my mind and had an open mind and allowed myself to learn new things and progress with the time, and also allow myself to build from where I am. Instead of being picky about jobs, choosing the job and accepting this job and following that route helped me, because I managed to accumulate and get things and travel and do all these things, and it's all because of I had an open mindset. I didn't say, nah, this is too good for me, no, this is, we live in different times, and at the end you got bills, you've got needs that you want to satisfy, you've got wants, you've got all these things that you need to do. At the end, always consider those things instead of being very picky and saying this, I should be this, I should be there, I should be that, because that will bring you a lot of anxiety, unnecessary anxiety. So career wise, I'm happy with where I am, but I know I can do better and I can progress and all those things. And then we move over to spirituality. Spirituality, it's a very tough one. I know God exists. I know of the higher power. I know things are happening the way they're happening in my life. It's all God's doing, all God's will, it's all God's grace. But I won't sit here and say I read the Bible. I won't sit here and say I attend church every Sunday. I don't. But I've allowed myself to give myself the time to get to that point where I can have that relationship with God that in my mind, I can see. But I'm not going to pressure myself just because I want to come here and say this and this and this about God. The one big moment where I felt a very deep connection with God was when I gave birth to my son. That actually, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was like, this can only be God, because there is no person in human form who can make another human. It can only be God. It can only be God who can piece that human together. Yes, I know there's biology behind it and all those things, but it can only be God. So that's the moment where I felt like this is God. You know, we have those moments. I have so many of those moments, but I won't come here and say I have this great spiritual relationship. I don't even know what a great spiritual relationship with God is. All I know is that I love praise and worship. I can sing praise and worship. I can listen to praise and worship for days, especially African praise and worship. But in terms of relationship with God, I'm not going to come here and lie and say I have this strong relationship with God, and it's because my relationship with God, I've had my challenges. Because unfortunately, life is not perfect. I've had challenges in life, and things happen in my life where I questioned, God, is this you? Why am I going through these things? Why is this thing happening? So I still have that relationship that maybe one day I will actually improve and get better at. So that's where I'm gonna end it. And then mentally, I'm in a better state than I was a year ago. And only because now I have someone who is looking at me and saying, you know, I need to look, you my example. You know, so mentally it has made me stronger, but it has also made me more grateful, more not at ease, but more accepting of circumstances and things happening and things that don't happen and all those things. In a way, it has made me more mature. I'm more connected with who I am and where I'm at in terms of life. That it has brought less anxiety, because I have this mindset that I don't want to raise my child in a very sad or an angry type of surrounding. I want my child to be happy, but for my child to be happy, I need to be happy. I need to be happy. I need to be at peace. I need to, you know, I need to set a good example. I need to look things in a different perspective. I remember I once, not even once, I've always had that anxious thing of I've never graduated. I've never had my degree. I've been studying, after changing my course, I studied this, and now I'm trying to finish that degree and all those things, and I would have heartache about not graduating, not progressing in terms of my studies and all those things. And then something changed my perspective. I'm like, now I have a child who's gonna witness me graduate. I'm gonna be planting something in that child, because it's gonna see their mother graduating. They're gonna be there, they're gonna be present. sometimes it's not your time. Sometimes God's timing is the one that's going to lead. So that's why I'm saying it has changed mentally. My perspective has changed in terms of life. And then physically, hey, gala, I mean, here I am, I'm eating pizza. Physically, I'm okay, but also I just had a baby 2 months ago, so you know, I'm pacing myself. But I'm happy with the pace that I'm going because I'm more gentle than I was maybe before I fell pregnant. And I'm more gentle and I'm more happy with the form of my body, and I'm just working on it daily through training. Eating, it's a struggle. Let's not talk about eating. Hey, eating is a struggle. Me and junk are like this. So until that relationship between me and food, that breakup between me and junk food, then we'll come back and talk fitness. The last one is relationship. I end with relationship because everyone wants companion, and you always think to yourself, am I happy? Why am I ending with relationship? Because relationship can be many things. Relationship with myself, relationship with my partner. But let's talk relationship with your partner, because that's, you know, very happy. We have grown. I've seen a side of my partner that I've never seen in terms of now that we are parents, and it has not changed us, but I feel it has made us even more connected and more in love and more fuzzy type of love, type of feeling. And it's mainly because of mentally I always prepare myself for the next thing. When I found out I was pregnant, I already prepared myself. I am very observant. So when I was pregnant, I was observant with how I behave around my pregnancy. I cannot have mood swings and blame it on, no, I'm pregnant, you need to understand. No. Somewhere, somehow, you know you're wrong. You're not supposed to behave that way. Don't behave that way. You know, don't use it as an excuse. But at the same time, we learned how to accommodate each other through that journey. We've learned how to communicate more and communicate clearly, and we've learned how to address conflicts, which we've already been learning. But I feel now it's much deeper. Everything is much more meaningful. Everything is more intense. So in terms of relationship, I'm very happy. I am so happy, and I'm so happy that things are going according to our pace, because we live in a society where they say you should do this, you shouldn't do this, this is how your life should be, this is how your relationship should be. When you behave this way, you will get married. When you behave this way, what would happen? All those things which really don't mean a thing to me. The most important thing is the person I'm having the relationship with, and I am happy. I'm not saying tomorrow I'm gonna come here and things, whatever happens. I'm saying right now, right at this moment, I'm in my happiest. I'm very happy. I've learned through growing up in terms of where am I contributing, where am I going wrong, what am I doing wrong, where are my flaws at, where am I good at, what am I doing right, and all those things. And it has helped us in such a way that you know the person you're dating, you understand the person you're dating, and you're able to empathize with the next person and communicate with the next person, and communicate out of love, not out of anger and all those things, but communicating out of love. You know, discussing stuff out of love, love being the foundation, friendship being the foundation, and all those things. So relationship wise, I'm really not going to talk too much, but I am very happy. We're in a generation where it's very difficult for us to admit when we're happy, because we're waiting for the next thing to go wrong. We're waiting for the next heartbreak. We're waiting for the next downfall. If it happens, it happens. But don't deny yourself that moment of being happy, of being fulfilled with your relationship and with the person that you're with, right there and then. Because as soon as you start listening and hearing all these voices from all these people, you're gonna start questioning something that wasn't wrong. You're gonna start wanting to find wrong things, because how can you be happy with what people say you shouldn't be happy with? You get me? So I'm very happy, and yeah, it's a long video, and yeah, I'm not sure what else we can talk about in terms of this topic, but that's my thought in terms of, am I happy with where I am right now? Overall, because I'm a person who is grateful, I'm very happy. But areas, there's areas where I want to improve in all those things. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was long, and I see it's getting dark outside, so I'll see you guys on my next video, where we're on this couch talking about something else. I'm gonna finish this pizza of mine that is dry now, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. My baby is crying.